Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
We listened to a Grease report,
A grease?
and it wasn't about the fries. It wasn't about the fries at McDonald's.
No.
It was a Grease report, Greg Grease, and he was talking about smart dust.
Yeah. Have you noticed everything is smart
It's all
now?
smart.
There's like smart TVs, smartphones, smart refrigerators.
They don't
They're
spray
all,
dumb dust.
they're all smart. I don't think
You
it's
know what's
very
weird?
smart
It's
though.
smart, but it kind of dumbs us down.
Yeah, exactly.
S-
Maybe that's it's a play on words.
It's a play on
They
words.
want everything to sound smart, but it just makes us dumber.
It's like retard dust.
Yeah. So, it's interesting because we listened to it and we've we've talked about some of these things numerous times. Like, is it possible that they could be spraying us with stuff to make us dumber, to you know, like reduce our attention span, stuff that make us sick. We've talked about this on a lot of different episodes. And then when we listened to this report, he was saying that there's a patent. And interestingly, this patent ends in the number 666.
And
They always do that. And the
it was
patent is
filed by Wells
it
Fargo.
was filed by Wells Fargo Bank,
Wells
which
Fargo?
is interesting.
That's weird.
Well, they're megalomaniac psychopaths. They're like a all
It's
I think
probably run by people from that country from that
yeah,
country.
well, it's a bank and
They control banking.
yeah, and I think all big corporations are the way that they implement these policies and things because a lot of times they say, "Oh, the government can't do whatever," but the things get
Private companies can do more.
the things get put into place by private companies. But anyway, yeah, so they have a patent on this thing called this smart dust, and what it basically does is it like spreads little tiny molecules that are going to
And what it said
mind
was
control and spy on us.
mind control and spy. Mind control and spy, which is
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
But also, what it said was one of the objectives of the invention was they wanted to make sure that it was undetectable.
Yeah, that that was one of the key things.
So they don't want you knowing that
Yeah.
you're being analyzed and monitored.
That doesn't seem right. Shouldn't we
No.
have to like give permission?
Well, he brought up
Yeah.
that San Francisco back in the late 50s,
Yeah.
early 60s, they
Which
sprayed acid
we've talked about that one a bunch of times.
and they didn't tell the people.
Yeah, they sprayed acid over the city to see what would happen.
And this one,
We
this
just
one,
want to see
I
what
know this
happens.
is good. That's interesting. And then they sprayed it on which this was weird. It was on UK, the
Yeah.
US, and Canada.
Hmm.
So that means it must have been three different. I mean, it wasn't just one cloud that went all the way across the Atlantic
No, but they probably coordinated this and they probably were like, let's see what happens in
because it was the
all of
holidays.
these cities.
They said it was the holidays,
Hmm.
so they knew a lot of people were going to be out and about.
Yeah.
So probably what they did was they didn't tell anybody. But
Yeah.
what they did have was people talking about how it made them feel.
Yeah. They said there was this really thick fog blanket over the cities and
And it had particulate.
it had a weird like burning smell and the people yeah it had a particulate that the people could see and the people said a lot of people had like they felt fatigue and fevers and coughing,
Sore throat.
sore throat, so it was making people sick.
Satan was
And
going, good, good, good.
yeah, and they were basically collecting data, I think.
And what they can do is they can, what the Greece report suggests is that the data that they're collecting is the exact data for the social credit score.
Right. So it was collecting data that actually could detect what you're thinking about in financial terms, which is interesting. And I guess that's the Wells Fargo angle. But this directly correlates with the social credit score.
Because they're looking at behavioral data, but they're also looking at uh, predictive data.
Right.
So they're trying to predict what you're going to do. Like they were predicting like financial decisions that you're making in real time.
Yeah. Like what you're thinking about financial aspects. And like, so again, this is disturbing on so many levels because they're saying that it was to figure out what you were thinking financially, but couldn't they also be figuring out other stuff too?
Well, yeah,
And
I mean, it's taking all of this data on you. It's
yeah,
taking your heart rate. It's taking what were some of the other biometric data? It
yeah,
was heart rate,
they said it was
breath pace,
b- um facial recognition, voice recognition, um
blood pressure.
blood pressure and fingerprints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gathering biometric
Your
and
location.
your location, but it's also while you're typing, it's anticipating what you're thinking. It's
Yeah.
going, okay, interesting. So you're thinking that, well, according to our data models, that means you're probably going to do this.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's like all these algorithms, and they're like, oh, if this person is thinking this, then he's going to probably do that. And we can also put little things out there to make them more likely to do these things,
And they
right?
can use Chat GPT.
Mind control.
They can use Chat GPT because they can put it in there and they can go, okay, ChatGPT, we've got a bunch of particulate that we sprayed, and we've got millions of people that we're monitoring right now. What I want you to do is compile that data and give us some, meaningful metrics from that data.
Hmm.
And ChatGPT goes, no problem, that's fine.
And gets right to work.
Yeah, I'll get on
Nothing's
that.
broken. You did
Nothing's
everything
broken.
right.
No, that's fine. Because ChatGPT is not good or evil.
No.
So it
Well,
can be used by evil.
yeah. Um, so this reminds me, remember the episode we did about the headphones that they've somebody in Japan created that
Listen intently into your mind.
yeah, monitors and measures brain waves while you're listening to certain kinds of music. So conveniently it can provide the right playlist for you.
It goes,
That's all it's gonna do.
this song made the hair on your back of your neck stand up. So I think this song might do the same thing.
And
But
maybe this other thing might do that too.
but what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to eliminate that because we don't want you having that feeling at all.
Yeah,
Because if you have that hair on the back of your neck feeling, you might be inspired and maybe hopeful, and we don't want that.
we don't want that.
We want you to be kind of demoralized and just want to die. So
We're
those songs,
eliminating all of that
yes,
music.
that's one on the blacklist. That song's not allowed anymore. So I think this is more about um, just constant monitoring of us right now in
Mhm.
order to set up a airtight control grid. That's what
Right.
it sounds like.
Well, it seems like everything is, pointing in that direction. Like all these things that they're doing and putting into place is to set up that airtight control grid.
Why was this patent granted to Wells Fargo? This seems like a patent that if I was the patent granting um, entity, I might say this feels immoral. I don't really see. I mean, what's the real good reason for this?
Well, Firefly, I think the patent organization is owned by or run by Satan.
It's run by Satan,
So,
just like the FDA.
yeah, so with along with all of the other things that we always ask, like what could possibly be the good reason for doing this? I don't think there really is one.
Like the MK Ultra, where they're like, we're gonna rape and torture 5-year-olds, and what we can do is what we found out is we can create from their split personalities like a sex operative that we can blackmail people with.
And what's the good reason for that?
There is
Yeah.
no auspices of that being a good thing. Same with this. I don't really see any real good use for this.
But Wells Fargo Bank, which is a well-known, huge corporation, somehow was able to have a patent for
They
this.
were so lame. When my dad died and my dad had Wells Fargo, and my mom had to transfer the
Wells
account from
Fargo's horrible.
him to my mom.
Hmm.
Dude, she had to bring like a whole filing cabinet worth of documents
Hmm.
in, and it was ridiculous. And she got triple M to the P.
They're total triple M's to the P. I actually worked for Wells Fargo
No
for
way.
a while. Yeah, I was a teller during college,
Hmm.
and I made pretty good money for a part-time job, but I realized how like just these corporate banks are so it's all about making money. You know what I mean? Like there's
Totally.
all these fees and everything. And then like everything was about like selling. Like, you got to sign people up for these accounts and then you'd get like a little bonus or whatever. So that's why the bankers are always trying to get you to like sign up for more stuff because they get little bonuses. But um then there's all these fees that they charge the customers for various things,
So
you
I can
know?
see maybe why they want the patent. Maybe they're going to use this information to predict demand
Uh-huh.
for new financial products. Because
Or other various things.
Larry Fink said that he was like, we're gonna Larry Fink, who is the CEO of Earth.
Yes.
He's the CEO of BlackRock, so he's the de facto CEO of Earth.
Yeah.
He made a statement probably about a year ago or whatever, and he was in an interview and he was like, because they were kind of upset because he was kind of mad because people weren't going along with the coercion. And he
Yeah.
was like kind of frustrated. So he goes, what we're gonna do in response to that, we're gonna drive behavior with financial instruments.
Yeah. In
So,
other words, we're going to force you to do these things.
and do you remember when you were procuring the house and it took forever to go through that process
Yeah.
and everything's a bureaucratic nightmare?
Yeah.
I think what they're doing is they're crunching the data and they're trying to not only drive behavior with financial instruments, but create financial instruments that they can get people to buy and control people with.
Yeah. I think they're trying to make everything extremely difficult so that anything that is going to get you ahead or benefit you is going to be so difficult to get that you will just most likely give up and not do it.
Like owning a home, like because you got like all these taxes now. Like someone was telling me they just raised the property taxes.
Hmm.
So now owning a home is not enough. Even if you own the home outright, buy it in cash, you still are pretty much renting it from the government.
Totally. Yeah.
And they're making it to the point where it's almost impossible to be a homeowner.
It is.
And that's how they're driving behavior.
Yeah.
What are they driving us to? 15-minute city.
Mhm.
Just go live and you're gonna own nothing.
And you'll be happy.
You'll own nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
So when you go to Davos or you go to the World Economic Forum, that's all bankers and stuff.
Yeah,
Those
totally.
people that are the quote unquote elites that we like to call them the
Deletes.
deletes, they love financial
Yeah,
instruments because it is true that through financial you can coerce people.
totally. Look at all the people who like were like, I know the shots are terrible, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I don't want to lose my job.
I don't want to lose my job
Yeah.
and I want to go on that cruise.
Yeah.
But then wait. There was one dude who was the Lyft driver,
Yeah.
and I go, you took the shot? He's like, well, yeah, I did take the shot. Unfortunately, I regret it now, but I wanted to go see a concert. I really like that band.
Wanted a free donut.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was Krispy Kreme
Yeah.
incentive.
I know. So I think
That was, you know who that was?
mm,
That was Andrew Cuomo,
right.
and he's the guy who was the governor of New York that had pierced nipples.
Ew.
His nipples were pierced
That's so
because he wore like a white business shirt one time, but you could see because it was see through, like he had two nipple rings. And it was like, dude, you're so gross. But he was the one who came out and he was like, no, no, no,
Was
no.
he like a pirate?
He's such a weirdo, dude. Like, who, dude? Nobody wants to see your pierced nipples.
No.
But he was going, come and get because Shake Shack was giving out fries and a burger for every time you got one of the
One of
pokies.
those guys, I think it was the mayor of New York at the time. Was it the mayor? One of those guys was sitting there eating a burger and fries and like talking about
That
that.
was Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, was it?
That was him.
You're gonna get a free burger and
And
fries.
he was talking with his brother who worked for CNN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
God.
that's another one of those instances that we talk about a lot, where everybody's related. And
Yeah.
it's always like,
That's so fishy.
his brother. It's kind of like Tucker and what was his brother's name? He's got some total like
Skeet or something like
what
that.
was his name?
Skeeter,
It was like,
Scooter.
oh my God, no, it was
But his brother is the speechwriter
for
for
Trump,
yeah. I mean,
Buckley.
Buckley.
It's Tucker and Buckley. And
Yeah.
dude, is that preppy enough? They might
Yeah.
as well just have sweaters like tied around their neck
Biff.
and going, we're gonna go to the club.
My name's Biff.
Like what are the girls always called? The girls are always called Muffy.
Yeah.
I'm going to the club. We're gonna play tennis, and then I have handball with Biff.
Then I'll go for a steam room.
I'm gonna go over a steam room with Peter Thiel. So, anyways, this kind of pertains because I was really surprised to hear that Wells Fargo was the one. Now, it was started by DARPA.
It was.
So, DARPA is, we've talked about them.
Mm-hmm.
DARPA is the one that started cooties and the one that
Yes.
invented the pokies. The pokies, people think, oh, that was invented by doctors. No, 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 no. The pokies was not invented, or the Maxines were not invented by doctors.
No.
The Maxines were invented by DARPA,
Yeah.
which is like
That's weird.
the secret, like it, like you ever seen uh his name is Q, and he brings all the weapons to James Bond and goes over all the
Oh
newest
yeah.
weapons.
Yeah.
That's DARPA kind of is.
Totally.
They
Yeah.
always got all the this is the newest car where it has
That's
blades that come out of the tires and it shoots guns out of the back.
um so the James Bond movies are sort
M.
of
His name is M.
yeah. The James Bond movies are sort of revealing the method,
So I
you
think
know.
M might be DARPA.
I think you're right.
So DARPA came up with the smart desk.
Yeah, they come up with a lot of evil stuff. And all of it is to get us into this digital slave system. And it's basically what, China has been doing for years now, where you they have their social credit score system where if you step out of line in any way, I mean, even jaywalking, I saw this thing where they have these electronic billboards and it was some guy's face and they were like,
Hey Chen,
hey Chen,
he
just he
jaywalked.
jaywalked.
He's a scumbag.
His social credit score just got dinged. And
Don't give him a job and don't invite him to your
yeah,
parties.
and when your social credit score gets dinged, you like can't get a job or they will like deny access to your salaries. You can't get a plane ticket or train ticket. So they basically shut you off from society. And
And what were we seeing about the new cars that have
it's
cameras
just
on you the whole time?
yeah, and they say by 2027 all new cars are going to have this technology which they can watch you, spy on you, decide and determine whether you're fit to drive, and they can just turn it off.
Turn your car off. That was
Yeah.
like an idiocracy.
Yeah.
Remember his lawyer, his car got shut off.
They just like, yeah, they can
That was
just
revealing the method.
decide that you're not going to drive anymore.
So I'm thinking that these smart desks and the cameras in the cars, um, it's about predicting behavior so that they can see what behavior they don't want exhibited. But it's also about strict monitoring, almost to the point where you can commit a thought crime now, and they
That
can nip it in the bud like
that's
the
what it
headphones.
seems like. Yeah, the headphones and this dust seem like they are, actually working on or have the technology to measure the brainwaves and somehow know our thoughts and know if we're thinking something that we shouldn't be thinking.
That's right. because remember Keith Ellison, he's the is that his name? He was the CEO of Oracle. What was
Oh,
his name?
who was that?
Not Keith
No,
Ellison.
not Keith Ellis.
It's Ellison. It's
Sam? No.
well, anyways,
Yeah.
he's the CEO of Oracle. He came out and he goes, yeah, no, no, no. Everybody's gonna be very well behaved in the future
Yeah. Because they're going to be spied on the whole time.
because you're gonna have spies
Yeah.
watching you.
So
Kind of like in 1984.
is that what we want? Like
No,
we want to be watched all the time and that's how we're going to be so well behaved?
that sounds so lame. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's already kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I hate talking to people who are afraid of being PC
Yeah.
because I can't have a conversation with you
No.
because you're never real and
Yeah.
you're never sincere.
You're always editing.
So I don't want to live in a
We
society
don't
like that
edit. We're not PC
because in order
at
to be
all.
because we have balls, even though you don't actually have physical balls, but you have balls. Because the thing is PC is cowardice.
Yeah.
PC is like, well, I don't want to get in trouble for this, you know? And look at how we're getting throttled, even though we don't have a huge like, dude, Candace puts out a video. How many views does it get? Like all told, millions, right?
Yeah, probably.
We put out a video and all told, although now we're growing on Insta. Insta, we got 93 followers now.
Yeah.
So we might actually get like 250, 300 views, all told on an episode, and they're still throttling us.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the grid is already in
Well,
place.
and then what we've noticed is when we put out a video that gets like 200 over 200 views right away, then it just totally stops. But then the next like two or three videos that we put out get like 20.
And
And
then
that's not organic.
ChatGPT will be like,
It's like
no, it's your
they're
it's your
like,
cadence.
uh-oh, they're catching a little bit of fire. We can't let that happen.
The Indian dudes, the Indian dudes go, "A butterfly, you will not be able to catch fire." So that's what's going on. It's getting to the point where they're micromanaging the crap out of us. This is like smart dust is triple M to the P.
In like a really insidious way because you can't even it's not even like walking into Sephora and actually having like a interaction with the triple M to the P where you know it's happening. This is something where they don't want you to know it's happening and you can't really prove it. Like if it's a foggy day or something that like there's mind control and surveillance being sprayed on us,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
wasn't that the objective when they invented it? They're like,
Yeah.
we don't want this to be detected
Right. So they're putting something out there into the populations
without telling people.
without telling people that they don't want people to even know is happening that can collect data on our brain waves and what we're thinking and
And
can
our
also,
patent office goes, good, 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 that's fine.
yeah, and it can also probably mind control us. Because if it's collecting data and can tell what we're thinking, obviously the easiest thing for it to do would be to
I
mind
think it
control.
controls some people because what did we say in our last episode? Compliance is the key character trait that allows people to be controlled.
Yeah.
You have to comply, but I'm not going to comply.
No, but what if like what if it's a really foggy day, Firefly, and you go out there and you like suddenly have this idea that like you want to go get a vaccine
I better go get my vaccine.
or you want to like suddenly you feel like you should put a mask on and you just are very like determined about this and then you have to consciously like tell yourself I'm not going to comply.
You'd be tripping out on me because I'd go for a walk on a foggy day and then I'd come back and I would have
A
I'd be
ma-
like, I got a vaccine and a mask and I got tattoos.
and I'd be like the fog was obviously full of this microdust.
Yes,
This is proof.
because I think tattoos might be a form of mind control too.
I think so too.
So I think this might have mind control substances in it because what the Grease report referenced the late 50s, early 60s spraying of LSD,
Hmm.
and we've talked about how that was probably mind control
Totally.
because what they were doing was looking at the effects of the LSD and going, you know what, this person becomes kind of disoriented and discombobulated, and
Duh.
in that state, we can control them. We can give them media and big shawarma that controls them. So that's what probably this is doing too. This has probably got big shawarma attached to it.
Totally.
Why not?
Yeah. So what is the white pill?
The micro pill,
The white micro pill.
the white pill,
It doesn't get
well,
much smaller than this. It's like
that's
a
right.
grain of sand.
The white pill here, I think, is be aware of this and keep talking about it. And it seems like they want to keep it in the cloak and the dagger, and they want to keep it secret.
Mhm.
If we expose it, they're not going to be able to keep doing this stuff
No.
because people are going to go
That's
and
the key
start.
to all
I
this.
think we should have like if I had a huge audience and I could organize rallies, I would have everybody go meet up at the place where the plane takes off to go and spray this on everybody.
Oh, yeah, and then you know what? They'd
Call
probably
attention.
aim it directly at the rally and spray everybody like
What if you have
roaches.
like a baseball hat and sunglasses on and it can't affect you? You have headphones, baseball hat, and sunglasses.
Yeah,
Maybe this would be a good time to wear a mask.
I know, really, because they said it was like the size of a grain of sand.
So that's a little
So
bigger than a virus particle.
that's can you inhale something that big? That's pretty
What
big.
were those masks called that
The
Gavin Newsom
N95.
N95? Gavin Newsom got a bunch of them from China, remember? He
Yeah,
got like a billion
those were
masks.
probably full of particulate.
Probably.
Yeah, I think people were inhaling stuff from those masks that were probably really bad, you know?
Totally.
Maybe the microdust was in those masks.
Microdust.
Yeah.
Well, that was what Judy Mikovits, who I think is controlled opposition, who says truth, 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 lies.
Mhm.
She was saying that it's got microfibers in it
Yeah,
that
it
get in
does.
your lungs,
Yeah, those are dangerous.
and they're really bad for you. So the mask, and it causes maskne,
Yeah,
which is
it's
gnarly.
gross.
So, but what if, like for this, the like ironically, the mask works?
I know, because it, like, can filter out that size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe that's
So
what.
maybe
We
people like us who didn't wear masks before, we need to start wearing
need to start wearing a
we're gonna
mask.
wear and then the all the weird COVID idiots that we see wearing the masks are gonna think that we're like one of them, but we're really
Hey,
not. We're like
how you doing?
but so that's interesting. I just had like a little epiphany. So all the crazy freaks that are still wearing masks because they're afraid of like a virus that supposedly killed 0.00002% of the population,
Yes,
and they think the mask is gonna save them.
yes.
Um, maybe they're gonna be immune to this microdust because it'll filter out the microdust.
Or maybe, like you said, the microdust is like in the mask, so
Yeah.
they're like breathing it in.
So it's all those people that are gonna fall off the deep end.
But I think maybe that might be a white pill. Is maybe we don't use the N95s, but maybe somebody who's awake creates a mask that prevents you from being affected by the microdust.
Mm.
Or maybe there's some type of a technology that can detect it,
Oh, yeah. I
like
could see
some kind
there.
of a monitor, and it's like you know how they have those infrared, like
Yeah.
on the video game they'll show the infrared and you'll be able to see little particulate.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll use that and they can detect it, and then we can start calling them out and say, look, you guys sprayed this.
Maybe, I remember during Cooties, there was this company I saw, that used to advertise on Stu Peters all the time, and it was like this little thing that you could wear around your neck that was supposedly would, like, clean the air around you, and, like, you could take it to school or wear it on an airplane or something. It was supposed to, like, clean it, which I don't know, sound a little far-fetched to me,
What
but
if it works?
maybe they have something like that that you could wear around your neck, and it would detect, like, this microdust.
Yeah, like what if you could go, oh, there's microdust in that area, I'm not going to go there today.
Yeah.
Like you just call in sick from work and you say, no, they're spraying microdust on the school, and your principal will be like, well, that's a conspiracy theory. It's like, no, I have proof right here.
Yeah.
So that might be a white pill.
That
Create a technology that can perceive this microdust, and then we can tell when they're doing it.
so this is a good, assignment for some, like, engineer out there,
Totally. If
right?
you're awake, if you're red pilled and you're an
Yeah.
engineer and you have a good heart,
Yeah.
go and create something that can perceive this microdust, because this is also a German Shepherd moment for Trump.
Totally.
Because Trump's aware of this
Yeah.
and they're spraying this
He
on
should
people.
be.
Well,
Doesn't he
2024,
know what DARPA's doing?
I mean,
Maybe not. I think he's too busy with his reality TV show that he's in right now
well, he's a
called The
retard.
Presidency.
Well, like, so when did they say they sprayed it on the UK and
Um,
in Canada and the US? That was 2024.
yeah.
So he was not in office, that was when Biden, quote unquote, was making decisions, but Biden wasn't making any decisions. We know
Mm,
that. But that regime um, that regime granted the patent
mhm.
because they applied for the patent in 2016,
Yeah,
but then it didn't get it didn't get approved until 2022. So it took a while.
yeah,
So that means that maybe there was good people that were going, this isn't a good idea. But then finally, when the Biden administration got in there was an evil dude who was like, good, good,
they
good.
were like, "We're, right in with Satan, and we're gonna help push
We're
this
gonna go
through."
ahead and push this through.
Yeah,
And then so they did that, and then also they uh deployed it.
right.
So they had the patent and they deployed it.
Yeah. So
So
so this just reeks of, that whole incident, that LSD incident in San Francisco. I mean,
not telling this, why are they allowed
y
to spray stuff
y
on people
y
without telling them?
yeah, and, like, we've mentioned this before, but, like, the very idea that they did that and we know about it is documented and that they've never done anything like that ever again. I don't buy that.
No way.
I think
They've been doing it.
they've been
They've
doing
perfected it.
yeah, I think the chemtrails are exactly I you know what? Oh my God, I just had an epiphany.
So did
Maybe
I. Go
maybe
ahead.
that thing that they did with the LSD was the precursor to the chemtrails and I mean, we kind of talked about this before, but that they've been doing this all these years, but they just do more of a microdose now. So they're not like people because people die. Some people died from that.
Yeah,
But maybe now it's just like, how like you have days where you just like feel like you're in a fog. Like I have days like that,
totally.
and I'm like, what is going on?
And fatigue.
And yeah, and now, this has been
This is
documented
something.
that people were feeling fatigued. I think they're they've been spraying stuff and the chemtrails are part of that and they've been doing this for a long time. And
Totally.
so now we're finding out that this microdust they say that happened in, they didn't have the patent until 2016, but I don't know. They probably had other various forms of something like this. You know what I mean?
The other thing that I had an epiphany about was this is a violation of the Fourth Amendment, and we could sue the government for this.
Totally.
Because it's surveilling you and you're
So
not supposed to be surveilled unless there's probable cause.
so
I'm not you're not supposed to be able to surveil me unless I've gone out and made it abundantly clear that I'm about to commit a crime.
yeah,
And now you can actually surveil me because you have probable cause. Well, if you're just spraying it randomly on people, none of these people have probable cause. So this is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. So white pill, we could sue the government if somebody could invent something that perceives this microdust being sprayed and prove it. You can go into court and say this is surveillance.
you're right. You're right on all of that, but this is how they get around with you suing the government. So it was Wells Fargo Bank that filed for the patent. So they have these all of these things come through like these corporations, they kind of like put these policies into place because so they did it, Wells Fargo Bank. So you would have to sue Wells Fargo Bank, not the government.
So good. So
Yeah,
sue Wells Fargo then.
yeah.
But see, the first thing you have to do is be able to perceive it and prove that they sprayed it.
The same thing happens with like the Palantir thing. So they've got all these cameras everywhere on the freeways and everything, and they're going to be selling the information to the government, but it was put into place by, this private company.
But I still think you can sue the government for that because the government invented it. So you could probably sue them for that because the fact that they invented it is a violation of the Fourth Amendment because you can't surveil people without probable cause.
No, and I think yeah, somebody needs to sue.
That's the white pill. I
Y-
think what you need to do is you need to create, I'm sure it's not that difficult to create some type of a technology that can perceive this microdust
Right.
and film it and
And
prove it,
and dissect it.
dissect it,
Mhm.
prove it, and then go into court and say, this is a violation of all of these people. It'd be a what do they call that? Class action
Class.
lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because all of these people's Fourth Amendment were violated
Yeah.
because you surveilled them without their knowledge.
And you made them sick.
and you made them sick. I mean, this
Yeah.
is egregious.
Yeah.
This is just our government saying, "I hate the people that we are," plus people forgot the US government is not supposed to rule over us. They're supposed to represent us. The
Exactly.
people are supposed to be the power,
Yeah.
and the people that are in government, whether it's the president or Gavin stupid ass Newsom, he's supposed to be doing the bidding of the people.
I think people forget about that. They think that these rulers are, ruling over us.
We're conditioned to think
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
and to just accept that
We've gotta
these
not be that
deletes
way.
are so powerful, we just need to accept that they get to rule over us.
We have to remind, ourselves that there's more of us and they work for us.
And I think that's another white pill. We need to organize.
Mhm.
We need to
We
organize, and
do.
we need to push back against these. This is global, because I'm sure. Remember, he said something like, 60 different countries are now using like smart dust
Yeah.
to spray on the people because it's so useful at
Mm,
getting data.
yeah.
So they're just using this everywhere
Just collecting data to spy on us
to spy on us
constantly.
and gather data and just go, okay, good, good, good. So this is what these people are doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a law that says you can't do this because we don't like that,
Yeah,
you
and this
know?
is like, our way of controlling you.
And that's all it is. It's all control. So I think the white pill for this one is let's take some action. Let's start being on the offense and take some action against these deletes. Because like you
Totally.
said, we outnumber them.
Yeah.
They're not smart people.
No. And their plans always kinda, like, get destroyed and
They get
thwarted.
thwarted.
Mhm.
The devil's
So
plans get thwarted.
we need an engineer out there to come up with that device, and then maybe some lawyers to help get this class action
That's
lawsuit
true, and I hate to admit
together.
it, but you gotta have good lawyers
Yeah.
because you have to have people who know how to use the system.
Because the system is kind of, like, out to get us, and there's so many corrupt judges out there that it's really hard. Has to be a really solid, tight case, you know what I mean?
What I think we're gonna have to do is it's gonna be a process, but, we're gonna have to take our country back,
Exactly.
and I'm thinking it might be globally that we have to, because it's like this entity that's spraying crap on us is a global entity.
Mhm.
Because look at that microdust test was done in the UK, Canada, and the US.
Yeah.
So that means it's international.
They were experimenting in all of those places. So it was like they kinda wanted to see, like, how it would work in 3 different areas.
When you say it smelt like burning,
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of that Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
Remember Ralph? He's all tastes like burning. That's what the smart dust is.
So funny. Maybe oh my gosh, you know how The Simpsons are
It's
always
revealing the method.
yeah, maybe that's what he was
That's what he was. He should have said,
smart dust.
"Smart dust tastes like burn."
Well, I think, that was a good
Anything
unpacking.
else on this one,
No, but watch out for the dust.
dude?
My house has been really dusty lately.
Totally.
Smart dust.
Remember, it was like kind of like that Kansas song, "All We Are Is Dust in the Wind,"
Yeah,
because he was like, the Grease report was like they used the dandelion technology
yeah.
where they just kind of let it blow in the
Dandelions were
breeze.
like their inspiration.
The super, yeah, because that just goes to show it's not even like they want to like target. They just let's kind of
Let's
like,
just put it out there and see who gets it.
yeah, it's kind of like Bill Gates. We just
Yeah.
kind of like proliferate
Yeah,
this.
we're just gonna put ticks out everywhere, and maybe some people are gonna like get bit, and they'll never be able to eat meat again. But
Totally.
there's no control. Or the mosquitoes. Remember, he was into that for a while.
The mosquitoes that were
Yeah, we have no
GMO.
control over who they bite, but they're gonna bite people.
I just kind of release them out there and just let nature take its course.
I mean, not that it's natural, but
It's not natural. We let my evil take its course.
oh my god, it'd be so funny if he got bit by a tick
Uh,
and a mosquito.
all of a sudden, he looks like that one influencer who died of starvation.
Yeah.
Remember, she's like, "I'm a vegan," and like her last video was like, I just feel great, and she looked like an emaciated like Auschwitz victim.
And she died of starvation like 2 days later.
Yeah, it was like in the news, influencer dies of starvation. That's how Bill Gates is gonna look when he gets allergic to meat.
Good.
His pink sweater's gonna be all loose on him.
He does need to lose a few pounds.
He is kind of dumpy.
He's
It's kind of weird.
yeah.
All
No,
right.
it's good.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.